So indeed, maybe just to clarify that the prohibition decisions on the case and the other decisions will be withdrawn because they don't have a legal basis anymore. But more generally, I think, and as said in the statement, so first of all, the situation now also in member states when it comes to the powers they have to look into transactions which do not meet national thresholds has changed. So it's already, let's say, an improvement of what we had before. And then, as said, we will more generally see what the next steps can be. But it's really premature to talk about any kind of reform of the rules at this stage. Well, I can refer you to what we have in the statement. So, of course, we take note of the judgment which annulled the Commission's decision, but I think we also maintain that certain transactions which do not reach these thresholds may nonetheless be harmful for competition in Europe, and we set out a number of examples. For example, startups with significant potential, or they are an important innovator, and we also make reference to killer acquisitions. So I think these issues are still here, are still there. One of the ways to address them via Article 22 is the fact that several member states have now introduced these provisions allowing them to request the notifications of transactions that do not meet national thresholds. So that's one way. We are seeing that more and more member states have this power. But as mentioned, we will also consider other possible steps that we might take on this.
And indeed, the statement also says, as Leah was saying, that the possibility for referrals to the Commission under Article 22 and compliance with the judgment are already more extensive than what they were at the time of the Illumina Grail decision, for the reasons that Leah was saying, so for the extension of member states and their national laws on cases below the thresholds. Other questions on this decision of the Court?